From slavery on the Tennessee frontier to the pulpit of Philadelphia. This is the remarkable story of John Gloucester, a man born into slavery in Greene County, who became the first ordained African American Presbyterian minister in the United States. His journey is one of faith, courage, and resilience, and it began right here. Gideon Blackburn, a Presbyterian minister, purchased and sought to free a slave named Jack. Through Blackburn's tenacity and by the action of the Blount County Court, he received his freedom and the name John Gloucester in 1807. Educated at Greenville, now Tusculum College, Gloucester became a Presbyterian missionary in 1809. Dr. Benjamin Rush, a Philadelphia physician and Gloucester's friend, assisted in freeing his wife and children. The first African American ordained as a Presbyterian minister, Gloucester became a respected pastor and teacher in Philadelphia. His 4 children also became Presbyterian ministers. John Gloucester was born a slave in Tennessee in 1776 called Jack. Even while enslaved, at an early age, he converted other slaves to Christianity. He was taught theology by Reverend Gideon Blackburn, who purchased and freed him in 1806. At 30 years old, Jack took the name John Gloucester. Following his freedom, he requested a license to preach to Africans to the presbyter of the Union in East Tennessee. He was sent to Greenville College, now known as Tusculum College, where he was the first African American to go to the school. In 1807, based on his ambitions, the Presbytery of the Union Synod of Tennessee recognized that a slave should be licensed to preach among colored people. John and Gideon arrived in Philadelphia in 1807. He began preaching at a house on Gaskill Street. His congregation grew and eventually moved to the corner of 7th and Shipping Streets. Shipping is now known as Bainbridge Street. He went to Charleston, South Carolina for 2 years, then came back to Philadelphia as a missionary in 1809. He was then sent back to Tennessee and was ordained on April 13, 1810, at Baker's Creek Presbyterian Church. The first African Presbyterian church was founded in 1807 and built at the corner of 7th and Shipping Streets. Gloucester preached his first official sermon to a congregation of 123 people. He was married with 5 kids who were enslaved until he got the money to free them. His sons followed in his footsteps, also becoming Presbyterian ministers. A man with all those firsts, and it started right here in Greene County, Tennessee. John Gloucester's story reminds us that even in the hardest beginnings, a life of faith and purpose can leave a lasting mark. From Greenville to Philadelphia, his voice still echoes, and that's the mark history made. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey, and I do apologize for having to do a full voiceover. Traffic was really bad.